Disclaimer: the information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GAN's processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
It's time for change to move into the real work of the universe. And it's time to understand that we use the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of the man. Now you understand maybe why the Creator has sent His messengers in the name of whatever you have had. Is that they bring the ears, that it can be used when the time of the Messiah comes. They can teach the soul and the message, not to oppose, but by them understanding through those who have become messiahs, to give from their souls to these to elevate, the job is made easy. The school is there and the students are devotedly there. Then there won't be any fight between what they call the Muslims and the Christians. The lamb and the lion will eat and sleep in the same nest. The Christians and the Muslims will sleep and pray in the mosque, then in the same church, in the name of their souls, not in the name of religion that is used to create so much conflict for the benefit of those who were the hyperactive children. The time has come, the time of change is here. And as I said, my wish is my command. If it's your wish to see peace, the path of peace is laid very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness. By giving will create that position of change. No other thing. There is no pen in the soul of the man. And I'm sure once you go into the universal community, you will never see anything written but the balance of the fields of the soul of the existence. Try to be humble enough not to become arrogant in the power that you have understood and you possess. Otherwise, you'll fall in the same path of the church and the mosque. This is what we promised, and this is what we have delivered. We have to understand the operation of the soul, and we have to understand the soul of the man is a star in the cosmos of the universe. If we compare the soul of the man and many of us, 7 billion in one collection, Earth is like a galaxy with so many stars. When we look in the depth of the universe, we see galaxies with hundreds of millions of stars in it. So is the planet Earth. It carries 7 billion beautiful stars, which are the soul of the man. Carries with it soul of so many trillions of animals, plants, and everything else. So if you look, when someone who does not see the physicality of the Earth and its content, what do they see? They see a galaxy with so many beautiful lights shining, each one according to their strength, each one according to their position. An infant has a beautiful soul, so has the old man. To those who do not see the physical dimension of this planet, but they see the strength of the field, we are clusters of stars. The human race, every single soul, no one from a distance sees that's the soul of a fisherman, that's the soul of the cosmologist, that's the soul of the president. They all shine irrespective of the physicality. This is the magic. This is what the new science has to bring to man. When we look to our soul, we see nothing but a star in the other souls. And this is the break. This is the understanding. This is what all these teachings are about. Coming to mature to the next level, to understand in the deep space, the universe is the oyster for those souls who serve. Then man is ready to go into space. Then man is ready to become part of the universal community which has been promised. I never promised you heaven. I always promised you the elevation of the man to join the family. And now you have the key. It's you who has to open the door to understand, if I can raise the soul of these people or millions of other souls, that the physical life on this planet changes, then I'm worthy to be part of the universal community. To be there to serve, to expand. To be there, to be part, that in the cycle of life of universe, I become, in being part, I become part of the totality. When man reaches that point, a new dimension in the strength of the soul of the man will appear, which is beyond imagination of understanding of the physical life. It's the gate to the opening of the new life, in a new dimension, which is beyond imagination of what you might call a new beginning, a new cycle. Which that cycle carries with itself the origin of the creation of life in the universe and the universe. It's the elevation of the soul to serve become the key, not a throne of the physical life. The time is right. The time has come for the man to go through this process.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 279th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for Justice and World Peace, here on Tuesday, June 20th, 2023. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation, Spaceship Institute, Education Department, and part of the public teachings in English. My name's Rick Crammond, and I'll be host today, along with a couple of other co-hosts, Mark and Dean. Thank you very much. And I believe we're ready to dive into today's presentation. Just 1 second when I have to get that ready here. There we go. Okay, welcome members of the Universal Council to today's program. Please continue.
Yes, thank you, Rick, for the introduction. This is Marie. I'm a Universal Council member for the Norwegian language. And I welcome you all to this program. And today I want to bring up something from the latest Knowledge Seekers workshop. And you should all go and listen to it because it's very deep and very beautiful. This part that I found is the last part of the teaching. And there are so much knowledge in it. But the whole teaching is beautiful. I'll read from the transcript. So this is Mr. Keshe speaking. Hopefully, one of these days, one of our knowledge seekers or some of our knowledge seekers will come and tell us and scientifically prove to us and scientifically connect us, not to prove, but to connect us with the soul of the great men of the universe, and not only those from the earth, where we tap into their knowledge of the universe, knowledge of the existence, and understand we need no languages, but it's in the knowledge which we receive the enlightenment. Knowledge is gained by reading and whatever we do. Enlightenment comes through the knowledge of the universe in a plasma condition. Knowledge we gain in the dimension of physicality. Enlightenment we gain in the dimension of the fields of the universe. Would there be a man, or would there be a time that man of the universe will have the same privileges understanding and life in both dimensions, enlightenment and physicality. That the knowledge of physicality and the knowledge of the universe at the time, point, and place will become beneficial to serve the others for their enlightenment and their physical life. Then we come to understand one more point, and that is, has the man matured enough to enter the realm of the knowledge of the universe and understand the work of its totality and not the dimension of physicality in the village of the earth? Maybe the teaching from today, which were Thursday, is a seed for the future researchers of man, not only to find the strength of the soul, but for the enlightenment of the soul, for understanding the work of the creation, and not to be put in the books and computer programs of the physicality of man, in the dimension of physicality and the knowledge. In the world of matter state, we travel. In the world of the fields, we transmute. In the world of physicality, we gain knowledge. In the world of the soul, we get enlightened, where in fact there is no physical knowledge, but the knowledge is all physical if the man wants to transfer it. Then it comes to all of us to understand and decide in the coming time which world, which dimension we would like to live in, that we do not leave anyone behind or the demise of one for the other one to be alive and live. Where the soul of the man, the soul of physicality, and the physicality of the man will live together as one, in one essence. But depending on the interaction and satisfaction of the other souls, they decide to appear as soul of physicality, or physicality of the man at the time, place, and point. I hope I opened your eyes to what is to come. What seed of knowledge has been set for man to be enlightened? And in the coming time, the knowledge seekers of the Keshe Foundation will introduce these systems that you can decide. First of all, to see your own soul, as many of you have done who came to Linz. And then decide if you want to share that soul with another soul, which creates a child, not in the dimension of physicality, but in the dimension of the soul, the same as the soul of the child of Mitra. It's a very deep knowledge, and the beginning of the work for man who had no knowledge about what is being taught. Now you know. Now you are responsible for it, and you have to get it right this time. Thank you. So that was the last part of the teaching. So it's about the great men of the universe and the enlightenment, and it's very fascinating and very deep and a lot to ponder about. So thank you. So then we can maybe go to the next slide, Rick. So we have some statements. Can the Universal Council members who sat here participate in reading?
Marie, it's Dean here. Would you like me to read one?
Okay.
Okay, so this is one of the wishes from the Universal Council. And this is, we are the seeds of peace for the new souls in the new existence in the universe.
Thank you, Dean.
We are present.
We are present. We are present. Thank you.
Let's go to the next slide. You want to read it, Sweta?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, of course. Thank you. We, the beautiful wishes, as we always do, in unconditional love. So here's the wish, my dear beautiful souls. We welcome the great men of the universe to connect to the knowledge seekers and to the universal council. We are present. Beautiful.
And we have another one.
Yes, yes.
May I?
Yes, please.
Our soul itself is governed by the soul of totality. In the construction and understanding of the work of the universe, we are present.
We are present.
Then we can go to the next slide. We have a soul connection. We have done this a couple of times, starting with Jacko, but I think it's my turn. I think Jacko did it last time. This is something that the Universal Council do every day at 9 o'clock. And I want to invite all souls, every one of you, to join us in soul connection or soul unification, 9 o'clock any day. And you can hear how we are doing our soul connection. It's a little different each time, but it's much the same components in it. So we all find a comfortable position. And we start slowly breathing in our nose and out through our nose. And by doing that, we are supporting our soul. And we thank our soul for supporting us in this time of transition and change. And we ask our soul to expand so it can connect with many other souls. And we connect to all the souls of the knowledge seekers. And we connect to all the souls in the Universal Council. And to the soul of the Universal Council. And through the Universal Council soul, we connect to the universal community and all the souls who are supporting humanity, which is the whole of universal community. And we connect to the Keshe Foundation systems. And we thank them for all this beautiful work they do for humanity. And we connect to Mr. Keshe's soul and thank him for this gift of all the knowledge of the universe. Thank you. And through the dome of peace, we start connect and exchange our fields, our highest fields of unconditional love with everyone in need. And through that, we elevate the souls of humanity. So every soul finds balance and peace within, and balance and peace with everyone around it, the environment. So that we can live in a peaceful world on planet Earth. And then we could continue this exchange of unconditional love and peace in silence. We slowly start coming back. And we slowly start coming back. And we thank all souls who participated in this soul connection between us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Marie. Hello, dear souls. In, on, and beyond our beautiful spaceship Earth. It's me, Jacko, UC member and representative of the Dutch language. Welcome to all of you. The picture you see was taken last week at Lake Thun. It was a wonderful evening and it was great to see the sun go down at what we call the Riviera of the Bernese Oberland. Same field strength in line of communication spreads life far beyond our imagination. This explains how knowledge and life spread and manifest parallel on several positions at the same time. 6,000 years is like a millisecond for those who understand. Understand the progress of life in this perspective. Would you point a finger on an alien, even if she, he comes from the same source, and call them dangerous? When we find the balance in peace, we don't have to be afraid at all. We open the path back to our universal family by choosing the right way of peace. We chose to do good and the rest. Do we stop killing the other souls? And do we do this stopping continuously till it's over? Always see the perspective of life from the soul side, from eternity. Consciously becoming parents on soul level. And leave it to the young soul if it wants to manifest or not. Last week I found a very wonderful music. I will put the link in the chat, and I want to ask Rick to spread it on the other channels if possible. And please don't listen to it. Feel it with your soul. I recommend that you wear a headset. Feel the emotion and how deep the vibrations of music can go. Soon we understand the way of the soul. Who wants to govern us then? When the soul decides where and when it wants to manifest. Soul and spirit will be in balance, and by that it will be free. Let the ones who still want to play president be the presidents of themselves. For us, what we can do is to choose to learn. You will see that life offers everything in all facets to grow your soul and spirit. Continue serving on all levels of physicality, soul of physicality, and the soul. Physicality is a manifestation, a frog that is exchangeable. If we stop manifesting the frog, it's the same as if we manifest at two positions so quickly that others think we are on both positions at the same time. The power of the soul will allow us to do so. Maturing at the level of the soul means to gather the knowledge of not getting older anymore. The soul will provide all you need and whatever you can imagine. Start building the future in unconditional love. Make this world a better place for you and for me. think we as one. We can go to the next slide, please.
Thank you, Jacko. We have received a very beautiful video from the Brazilians, the Brazilian Keshe Foundation team. So did you find that, Rick?
Yes, let me get that going. Shall I play it now?
Yes, please.
Okay, this is called Cup of Life Workshops documentary. And it's about 7 minutes long. Here we go.
Em 2021, ainda no auge da pandemia, uma buscadora de conhecimento, atendendo ao pedido de um padre muito conhecido e preocupado com sua comunidade, saiu do Nordeste e percorreu a distância de 1.900 quilômetros e cerca de 34 horas de viagem de ônibus para chegar a Minas Gerais e realizar vários workshops de copos da vida. A ideia inicial era fazer o workshop em apenas uma cidade, mas o evento teve tanta aceitação que no período de 1 mês percorreu outras cidades e regiões de Minas Gerais. A preparação inicial de todo o material ocorreu com a ajuda de vários buscadores da cidade de Juazeiro, Bahia, onde eles se organizaram e confeccionaram bobinas nano-revestidas, providenciaram placas de zinco, fios de cobre, camisetas com o logo da Fundação Keshe, bandeiras e etc. A primeira cidade foi Arcos, Minas Gerais. E neste workshop, os novos buscadores aprenderam sobre o copo da vida e se tornaram multiplicadores em toda a sua região. Também os buscadores de conhecimento tiveram a oportunidade de assistir de forma online uma apresentação introdutória sobre a Fundação Keshe com o representante do Brasil, Rafael Teixeira. A alegria e o entusiasmo tomaram conta de todos os participantes, e este fato foi notado em todas as cidades em que a buscadora de conhecimento se fez presente. O comparecimento de líderes religiosos como o padre Eliezer e a irmã Antonina proporcionaram a vinda de muitas pessoas que puderam ter acesso ao ensinamento e montagem do copo da vida. Assim, da cidade de Arcos, Minas Gerais, o workshop seguiu para Janaúba, Minas Gerais, Porteirinha. Em Porteirinha, houve um encontro com outro buscador de conhecimento, onde eles apenas se conheciam através do grupo no Telegram, mas o sentimento era como se fosse alguém da mesma família. Este buscador de conhecimento ajudou na organização do workshop em Porteirinha e após na cidade de Mato Verde. Além disto, também pôde adicionar mais sobre o seu entendimento no conhecimento da tecnologia do plasma da Fundação Keshe. Mato Verde. Catuti, Zona Rural de Malhadinha, Zona Rural de Barreiro Branco, ambas municípios de Catuti. Montes Claros. Caraíbas, Espinosa, Montezuma, e Igarapé. Foram, em média, 11 workshops, com aproximadamente 100 pessoas que receberam o conhecimento sobre o trabalho da Fundação Keshe e aprenderam a fazer seus copos da vida. Após isso, outros workshops foram feitos e muitos novos buscadores chegaram ao grupo oficial do Telegram Keshe Brasil Knowledge Team. A tão sublime frase "estamos aqui para servir e não sermos servidos" foi colocada em prática. O presente que o Sr. Keshe nos deu com tanto amor foi compartilhado com os novos buscadores de conhecimento de Minas Gerais.
So thank you to the Brazilian community for this beautiful contribution, showing all the activities that goes on in Brazil. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is another video contribution. Did you get that, Rick?
Yes, I've got that lined up here. And let me just get the time again. It was 24:18, I believe.
It's about the third eye. That the third eye, or the whale to the soul eye of the soul in a way. So I think in plasma, it doesn't, Mr. Keshe doesn't call it the third eye, but it's, I guess it's the same. I imagine it's the same. But we have to remove this veil in front of our eye to the soul, which are located in the same place as the other eyes we have. Thank you.
Okay, again, this excerpt is from the 272nd Knowledge Seekers Workshop of Thursday, April 18th, 2019.
Can work with it. In one of the ways that the body of the man has managed to interact with the soul of the man, and in a way, in the past, we have called it the third eye. What is the truth about the third eye? Is there a confirmation that it exists? Or is it in fact the eye of the soul of the man? As man could not understand, the soul of the man is within the physicality of the man. Now that we know, and we know the two eyes of the man are the eyes of the physicality, so the soul of the man has to have the same. The eye, which at the point of interface sees the same as the man, and what it sees, it can share with the physicality at the rate of the same heartbeat. What does this mean? Many of you know that when you are in the position of the physical rest, you call it, you enter the land of dreams. And you see with the physical eye, but in fact, there is no tangibility of physicality. In one of the recent teachings, we open this and we see it as obligation to be opened up to the future point. As I said, when we share with one, we share with a lot. We did not want to share this, but as part of the teaching, it was released. So we bring the same position. If you look at the eye of the man, and if you put the skull of the man where sits the soul of the man, in so many ways, when the fields of the soul of the man enters through the specific position, like the dimension of the soul of the man, to enter into the dimensions of universal community, as it passes through the point, and as the two eyes of the man are built to have exactly twin stars in parallel, it leaves in interaction with these some of the information as it goes back and forth between the universal community and the soul of man. And what man sees in a dream is this information. This is why our dreams are physical vision to us. In fact, what we see as the information goes through, if I can draw this as an eye, and this as a soul, and this as a physicality of the man with his nose, as the information travels back and forth, in a way, in that spot, some of the information transfers to the dimension of physicality, and man sees it as a dream. This is the third eye of the man, you call it. But in fact, it's the eye of the soul of the man. And when you look into the skull of the man, there is a specific hole which accommodates for this, as the rest of the skull, the bone structure of the man, has blocked the rest for the dimension of the physicality of the brain of the man. Now many of you might understand what the third eye means, what it means to be the actual, the soul of the man. It's the way, the line of the communication of the physicality of the man picking up in a way like somebody standing on top of, in the communication between the two parts and listening to the conversation between the soul of the man and what you call target subjects, the mom, the dad. But what is interesting, man only understands part of this communication which he has the knowledge of, not the other part which is belongs to the communication, understanding of the work of the soul of the man and its universal community. It has, and it lives, and it works through this way. There is no other way to explain it. For those of you who were looking to make the line of communication with the soul of universal community, we have given you the key today. If you are mature enough to understand. In reality, this is the soul of the universe, where the rib of the atom was the physicality of the man. Now, find any excuses or try to create a dimension to understand the work and the line of the communication between the soul of the man and its universe. When man understands this line of communication and become mature enough to understand this, man has entered the everlasting peace. Then he feeds through this channel the physicality of the man, and not for the man to kill to confirm existence in the dimension of physicality. In the coming time, very soon, now that we have taken this path, mankind will mature into the dimension of universal community. The dimensions for unification of the man does not come through the sword or through the blame. It will come through the peaceful actions of the nations that the soul of the totality elevates. I cannot say much, but it's time for the man. But it's time for the man to understand that the time of the completion of all the teachings of past thousands of years has arrived. And for man to understand how and where and the time for it has already been planned out. It is part of these teachings which we have to unveil the truth, the reality, and how we shall handle this. The whole operation of the work of the foundation, under disguise of the knowledge, was to create the condition for peace, for mankind to walk into it by itself and not by lying to himself as it's entered. Not by the motion of the greed of the man to possess all, but by the humbleness that I missed due to my own greed. Greed to kill, greed to possess, greed to be part of the totality when the totality has already been given to the man. Now you understand why many times I have said, I'm ashamed to be in the rope of the man. My knowledge is for mankind to achieve peace, but somehow my knowledge has become ganses and nano-materials and stealing the soul of the others by attempt of possessing what you cannot possess unless you are truthful to your own heartbeat of the soul and heartbeat of the physicality. It does not matter what excuses you make around it to justify this. World peace will only come when man understands the totality of his own existence, the totality of the heartbeat of the physicality and the heartbeat of the soul of the man, and its connection to the heartbeat of the soul of the universal community. So if you understood in a simple language, as your heartbeat here tunes up with the heartbeat of the soul of the man, then the same has to be tuned to the heartbeat of the soul of the universal. As none have physical dimension. Lying to the dimension of physicality would not lie to the soul of the man. Does not matter how you dress up the access to the soul of the universal community. All open shall be seen. We are not looking for man to answer and change ways. We are looking for the man to understand, to comprehend, and set up new ways. In a simple way, I explained about the work of the Chinese in the last teachings, that the government is creating the condition of peace.
Okay, that's the end of that excerpt. We'll go back to our regular programming.
Thank you, my dear Rick. Thank you so much. The third eye. Beautiful, beautiful. Now we can go to the next slide, my dear Rick.
There's short part from the latest Knowledge Seekers workshop, which is related to your talk, Sweta.
Yes, my dear Mary. I have, thank you. Thank you. Now we can go to the next slide.
Now we should play that video part.
We should, okay.
If Rick is ready.
Okay, thank you, my dear.
Again, this is an excerpt from the 490th Knowledge Seekers Workshop of Thursday, June 15th of this year. I think we're starting at 1837. Okay, I got it about 10 seconds before that. Is the closest I can get. So we'll play a little bit before. Oh, Mr. Keshe, welcome.
Yes, good morning, good day to you, as usual. Wherever and whenever you listen to this series of knowledge seekers from the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. We welcome you back, and hopefully we share some more knowledge and we understand more. With what we had in past couple of weeks, with a little bit of a nudge from one of the providers of the services, live stream, we've seen it cannot match into other systems, and it's created mayhem for past few weeks for Rick to be able to broadcast. Man-made things with a small upgrading has created such a mayhem for the others who are already there. Now you can imagine what is the problem of the creator and how much is upgrading and updating and nudging things along to go. There is a point of interest which it brings you a new insight if you understand the topics, if you understand what is the essence of what is to be discussed. As we saw in the intro, Earth is a nursery where the seed of the future stars and future universes and life of galaxies more or less comes to depend partially from the seeds from the, let's say, the tulips. The whole universe is not just one flower, just the tulips. There's some roses, some other flowers, honeysuckles, and the rest we have on the earth. So there are other nurseries in the universe which create that seed of soul. Mitra is not the only citizens of the universe. Mitra is one of it. It's like when you live in a city, you don't fall in love with every woman on the street. You fall in love with one. And this is what Earth is, has been, and be. But the interesting point for us, which is intriguing if you have not understood, is going to hit you very hard if you understand. And then you have to understand what's the next. As we said, Earth is a nursery. It could be seed of a star, it could be seed of a galaxy, the soul of the man who lives this planet, or it could be a dust in the way we see cosmic dust in the galaxies and in solar systems, floating around till finding somewhere to become that star, that planet, or become part of it. But now, as a humans, you have a dilemma. Because we have not reached a part of the souls which left this planet billions of years ago, from the first souls which left this planet, they became a seed, some of them in the universe, and those seeds gathered enough energies as a speck of energy beginning the seed of a, let's say, a star. Now they have created planetary system in them, which in essence comes from the soul of the man, or created things from this planet billions of years ago. Now the technology of the man has reached to be able to travel with the speed of soul, not the speed of light. And one of you, a bunch of you, travel the span of the universe and land on one of the planets which was created from the soul of the man from this planet itself millions of years ago. There are a number of things that will come to be understood and will be part of the space research in years to come, is to diagnose from the field strength, from the behavior, from the psychosomatic of the solar system or a galaxy or a universe, if the seed was that from tulips or from Earth. And would the future mankind, now that has access to travel with the speed of the soul, will come to recognize when it lands on such a system? Would the system, as it was created out of the planetary structure of Earth, would have hydrogen as its base? Would it carry water, because through the water it absorbed most of the energies of the universe with it? 90%, 95% of the weight of the man is water. So it gives us a new dimension in the space technology. The way that we thought we are the only planet in the universe and the only solar system with planetary system. And now in the past decade or so, the scientists are telling us every day they are finding new stars with planetary system, and the numbers are increasing rapidly. Would our scientists come to the point that now we found this planetary system, now we found this solar system, and in these solar systems we find maybe possibly life like Earth, or creation of the water which leads to creation of life? Did this star, did this solar system, did this galaxy came from the soul of the created things on this planet millions of years ago? And in a way, as it was created out of, will create out of itself the same characteristics. Then it comes for our scientists to assess. When we come to a solar system, when we come to a structure which now our scientists tell us has water in it, has conditions of life in it, the question mark for man is to answer, did the seed of this star came from Earth? And would man be able to live a life near to life on Earth, on these systems? So can we find solar systems, structures which have similar life as Earth? Putting aside the psychological pattern aside, putting the coincidences that the energies can come together to create possibly life on, same as life on the Earth, is the soul of the solar system from Earth? Did one of us was so devoted, so servitude, does not matter if you're a dog or a cat or a man, that led to be and became the seed and replicated what was on Earth? When you buy tulips, you don't throw it away. When it finishes the cycle of life, you hold it, you look after it, and you plant it next season to give new flowers. So the life comes to this point. Now that the space technology is opening up, not with the rocket and what I call firework, but the knowledge and science of the creation, magnetic fields, plasmatic motion, gravitational field systems. And man is good in making tools to measure things and to be replicating it. Then it comes, would we find systems which have a life like Earth? And would we, in the future, with our knowledge, confirm, and in a way, through the strength of the fields of the solar system of it, or whatever, the seed connection with Earth.
Was that where you'd like to end that one, Marie?
Yes, yes, my dear. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the beautiful clip you have given. And thank you to my Mr. Shimanand. Always, always. So much gratitude for him, so much love for him. So I will say that as we can go to the next slide, my dear. Yeah. Hello, welcome, my dear. Welcome, welcome, beautiful soul. Thank you for being here always. And as said by our beautiful teacher, Earth, the greenhouse for souls. Creator has created the greenhouse for seeds of the soul to grow, develop, evolve in a magnitude of manifestation far beyond out of, well, imagination sometimes, and the deep, deep understanding, the gravitation, the positiveness of beauty and totality. And in this growing, getting the experience of Maya or the manifestation. And then after this experiences, the beautiful teachers come to give us the knowledge of balance, to move on in the universal fields of unconditional love, to become shining stars. As we are experiencing, like, and I will say, in our childhood, all of us have this rhyme: twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the sky so high, like a diamond in the sky. So beautiful rhyme. And here's a sketch I have drawn. As we are all in a way, when we are growing up, because reality was so hard, the manifestation is so hard, that we used to become angels and fairies, and at that time we also used to say that, oh, this is not real, there's no such thing as fairy or an angel or like this. But then in the dreams, in the emotional process, we become fairies and angels. And as I always love the night, the deepness of the night, the beauty of the night, I always smell the fragrance of home. As I have been through this from eons, that was eons before I was there. Again, I was in this situation.
Excuse
And
me,
when,
Sweta?
yes,
There's something hitting on the microphone and it's interfering.
okay. Now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yes.
No, there's still something hitting on the microphone.
Now?
Or there's some noise in the background or something going on. It's like a crinkly noise.
Okay.
Okay. Do the best
now?
you can. Yeah, it's fine now. Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe the paper is moving because of the fan. I apologize, my dear. And then when I was, the experiences I was having was not very good. I mean, I will say, but the joy was there. As a dreamer, we were always. So in the night, I used to see the stars, and like I see the stars and communicate. I don't know. At that time, I used to communicate with them. Like I see them, my tears are coming from my eyes, and I was very sad and saying to them, like a other and a being, kind of a being, a shining star. I say that, oh, please help me. Please, please love me. Please hold me for some time. Like that, you know. And the star twinkles, like answering me, as uh, as said in this teaching, that the seed of the souls came from here, the greenhouse, and they become stars. And then now I understand that we were always communicating with each other from home. So many of us. So this is a beautiful experience that I was having, and I had a you know, a support, a help, a guidance, a deep help. What I can say about it from the shining stars, and uh, even when I was the fragrance of the flowers of the night, I have never I have never experienced this smell before in my life. But this fragrance comes suddenly from, like, coming from the sky. I smell sometime and I lost in this land, and I go there, and then I draw a sketch. I have drawn many sketch out of out of the dreams, and I go there as the star was saying that there's a geometry. You want to know? Come on in. Welcome to the manifestation, the civilization. Welcome to the home, like that. And I go there, and I see the joy, and I literally was in great joy, in great joy, and so much happiness. You know, nobody there. I sit in any branch. I sit in anybody's house, place. Everybody loves me, and I was doing all the things I wanted to do. You know, like making jewelry, like weaving, like whatever I wanted, like uh, 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 stitching, designing roses, embroidering roses on handkerchief, lots of handkerchiefs to give to others. And that is the joy I was given by them, that, oh, do what you want to do. Then I was dancing with them, singing with them. And there was no pain at all, no suffering. Everybody is happy. Everybody, every creature is happy. And even the people are traveling in, you know, dragon like creatures, and some dragons are my dogs. So this and now I understand that that was the universal unified field, and now I see the geometry in the sky, the civilization that was, is now, we can see with our naked eye. I have seen behind the sun the civilization that is coming, that is always there, and we were always that the part of that civilization, eons ago. That was so beautiful. But now, as we have grown, as we have grown up, evolved, and matured, as we are together, we are humanity, and we are going to home, kind of that. So these are the experiences and these sketches. But I also have drawn this, that I'm sitting and seeing the manifestation, the geometry of the welcoming being who welcomed me in the star, as a star being. So we are all stars. We are all shining stars, my dear beautiful soul. As we have this deep understanding now about the unconditional love, so much shining, and now we understand the home. If I say so, the home is you for me, and the home is me for you, like that, you know. So, and here I have also sketches many years ago, like a goddess coming from the sun, coming out literally from the sun, and holding me and my sister. We are very, like, say 11 or 12 years old at that time. I have drawn that picture, and I didn't know. Now I know that is Mitra, the friend of all, the mother of all, holding us, coming out from the sun. And then these beautiful sketches I have drawn at that time now is becoming true. The reality, now we understand what is true. We understand. And when we understand this, the truth, maybe maybe many things are coming out because we wish for the truth. But the core key, the core condition became unconditionally loving, That is the gift. That is the gift. Nobody can take out like that, This is so much in the core of every being, of the Creator, who has created all of us in His image. So I have also seen that when I saw the Creator, He was seeing me. I have drawn a being in this drawing also, that he was noticing me, and also when I saw him. Well, maybe I was in the moon, or I was in some planet. I saw the home with many hundreds and thousands of doors opening for many, and so much welcoming, with roses, with beautiful garlands, with what I can say, with beautiful fragrance, and we are with many loved ones.
Hello, Sweta. I think we lost your audio there. Hello, Sweta. Did your microphone shut off? She may have lost the internet, but it doesn't show up that way. Oops. Are you still there, Sweta? I think she has to come back in. Okay, bear with us a minute. Are you there, Sweta? We're not able to hear you. It's like your
Hello,
microphone.
can you hear me?
Yes, now we hear you.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. Today I said it's creating problem, the microphone. But as in continuation, I will say, at that time I was saying that twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Now I know. I don't have to wonder again. I know the twinkle star is you. And me. We are all shining, with this beautiful, deep knowledge. How can I say that? Well, I want to, create some deep gravity, but simply saying, it is simple. It is so simple that everybody has this ability, because everybody is a star, as Mary says, in our individual way, in our essence. But then we are all together like stars, coming together as cosmic beings always. And the earth is always be the mother, always. And we love her. And this is the way I wanted to experience. I wanted to present my heart and soul feeling, what I was going through, and what I have drawn in these years as a dreamer, or I was there in this manifestation, in this geometry of beauty and totality. And now we are all here in Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. Spaceship Institute, I never imagined that. So what I can say, sometimes I feel like I'm very fortunate, like all of us. So coming from this level, sometimes I said there's a deep gratitude, always. So much love. Thank you, my dear, for listening. Thank you so much, and be the twinkle, twinkle star always. So thank you. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you so much for being here. Salam, namaste, salute, my dear. Thank you. Rick, can we go to the next slide? Here, my little stars. Here. Oh, thank you, my dear Claudia. Thank you for your kindness, my dear. Thank you. Bring the needs and wishes from your community with the Universal Council as one planet, one nation, one race for justice and world peace. Bring beautiful stars, bring your sharing, bring your love. Hear your wishes, beautiful wishes. Welcome, welcome. Suswagatam. Thank you. Welcome, my dear.
Thank you, Sweta. It's Dean here. I'd like to bring some needs and wishes forward from the community to the Universal Council. So we've all experienced at the moment our daily lives and our daily interactions that we all get involved with. We communicate through our actions and our words. However, our thoughts, the thought you have is the seed, is the creation point for most of the things, if not all of the actual interactions that happen. So when we have a thought as a soul, and then this soul, if all souls are connected, is received by all the souls. And all the souls have to agree for a certain condition, wish, to be brought forward. So when you have that thought to communicate and to bring forth an intention that is going to give to your family, to yourself, to the environment, to the nation, to the planet, to the creation. As a soul, you have no limitation. The thought is a free will, is an energy pack that can serve any purpose that you so wish it to be. So what limitation do you put on that? Where do you, where does your thought start and where does it finish? And what is the process in the middle? We all have these thoughts that come into our physicality for a brief moment, and some of them are in pure beauty, and we can utilize those and bring them forth to the other souls so that we can help others. And some thoughts that may cross our matter state of the brain as a thought may not be of the best intention for others, and so we can let those go. We can let that field strength just like the mist, like water can be frozen and it can be a vapor, it can flow, like space, where we say it's completely empty. We can let go of this thought and give it back to the universe. It has no need to bring that energy forward if it's not to help others and to give and to serve. So the needs and wishes that you have are so vitally important for yourself. How do you think about yourself in this moment? Do you bring forward something that would make you feel all the joy and happiness that there is in this moment for you, whatever it is that makes you happy? Or do you hold on to a thought that would want to take the energy from another soul in any shape or form? So your community can be the community within inside yourself. You have a universe within you. You have a soul, an unlimited soul. It's a core, it's a reactor. It has the ability to create unconditionally and unlimited the thoughts that you bring forward. And those thoughts don't just stop at the extremities of your structure, your brain. Those thoughts then carry on out, and all the other souls receive those thoughts and have to interact with them. The universal community hear all these thoughts, all of them, and they're present in every moment. They never judge. Through the teachings and understandings of Mr. Keshe, we've all come to know that the only judge that you will ever face or should face is the judgment that you have from your own soul when you leave your physicality. And for many, this will be more than you could bear, depending upon how you've lived your life, become a beautiful soul in physicality. So the physicality matches the essence of the soul, which is pure, and the most incredible radiant shining star that is present as a soul that is eternal and will take another position. So those thoughts we have in the moment, in the matter state on planet Earth, they have many conditions that manifest all around us in all shapes and forms. So when you have a thought, the next thought you have, make it a beautiful one, to give to others, to enhance, to bring happiness and joy, to unite the nations with inside yourself that unites the nations around the planet, so that when the universal community are present with us in this moment, they welcome us with open arms as we welcome them. Thank you all for listening. So this is for the one planet, one nation, one race, for justice and world peace on planet Earth in this moment. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear Dean. Thank you so much. There's a lot of...
Thank you, Sweta.
Thank you, my dear Dean. I'm coming outside. There's a lot of... anybody else, my dear Rick? Hello?
Yes, we had a wish voiced earlier in the YouTube chat from Vernon. Very simple wish. It goes, one wish, world peace, all fed.
We are present.
Thank you, Vernon, for that. I am present.
Thank you, Vernon, my dear.
Rick, I'd just like to say thank you to Vernon too. So we are present with that beautiful wish. Thank you, Vernon.
So I think that's all I have from the chats. Is there anybody else that can bring forth needs and wishes from the community?
Yes, anybody else? You're welcome, most welcome. I mean, any beautiful souls, of course.
Rick, can we bring forward so for one of the needs and wishes, there's a beautiful one that Mr. Keshe is bringing forward to the community, and this is the wellness through the work of the soul. This is a series of communications that are taking place on July the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th, and the 30th. It's a series of sessions, special sessions of 3 hours each for the development of the soul to reach the body of the man, to process any condition at the same time for all the participants. So this is a big one that can bring balance to many, many souls in physicality, or whatever condition you have, be it be physical or emotional. And this is for the elevation of the soul of the man, of the emotion and the physicality for any kind of body misfunction. This is the first time that we try to reach as many people as possible at the same time that we can bring all the bodies to perfection at the same time. All participants can come in with any elevation of this or the physical body, the emotion that they might need support knowingly or unknowingly, and elevation for that, the soul of the man in reaching the physicality. So there's 4 main sessions. Participants will need to use 2 sets of headphones simultaneously connected with a splitter to a mobile phone, or using 2 mobile phone connections. And for more details, please follow the 489 Knowledge Seekers Workshop. So this, the wellness through the work of the soul. And there's a price tag on this of, Mr. Keshe has made it available now, so that you can have a session. So one of the sessions is €300, or you can have a total, for the totality of all the sessions, €1,000. This is all plus VAT. Obviously, each nation has to pay for the value-added tax, and so this is added on top. But imagine what this brings to yourself, and if you have a family member, or if you have somebody in need, and you can donate this to them. So all of us in physicality, most of us have something that has affected us in some way. And then through the understanding of the teachings of the foundation, we know that many illnesses are through emotion. And so this connecting with the soul of the creator is bringing us the opportunity to balance the emotions of mankind. This is, I've experienced this myself in coming together with the other souls. And it's something that would, for many, you would find a very new experience. But when you actually, like it was earlier on with Marie, when she did that beautiful position of bringing us gently into a soul condition, being present with the souls, and then relaxing the physicality and letting the soul sort of gently guide you and take over, enhancing and encapsulating the body, and then we can bring it back into a very balanced condition. And this, the wellness through the work of the soul, which is on July the 14th, 21st, 28th, and 30th, as a series of sessions that are 3 hours each, will bring many of us, Mr. Keshe said he's trying to bring as many souls as possible into balance at the same time. So this is a huge step for using communications, zero-time communication, the ability to elevate the soul, bring the body into balance by being connected through a soul elevation. And it's open to all participants. So you can be a knowledge seeker, you can be anybody you'd like to call yourself. Everybody is welcome. This is a very big opportunity for many people to experience complete wellness, a beauty within the very aspect of your being. So it's a wonderful opportunity, as you can imagine, with this technology being brought forward to humanity to greatly enhance many conditions that are present in the physicality and in the motion of mankind. So you're all welcome. Please join us on, as I said, this is the wellness through the work of the soul. And you're all very welcome to be part of this. And I know that for many people, if you have the opportunity to experience this, it may not be in the exact moment you feel it, but over the next few moments, the next weeks and months, maybe years, you will find, as I found, how this changes the position of you, restructures certain conditions within you, and brings you into a very peaceful condition of, and this can be in, as I said, in the physicality and on the emotional side. And this is the part where humanity becomes, balanced, so the universal community can interact, and we can interact with them because they are extremely peaceful. There is no, you would never, as a universal community person, if I should say that, or soul, that you would ever do any harm intentionally. So this is about bringing man back into balance and into a position where we can interact and act, think and speak like the universal community does in this moment on planet Earth. So, and all of us, and there's many people we know that have conditions across this planet that affect us in many, many different ways. And the smallest little thing on your body, in the physicality that you have for a very long time, the pain is always present, but you put it to the background. But this can make you, have all sorts of other things that can cause, irritations, aggressions, and all sorts of things. And that's just the physicality. And then the emotional side, as we know, if you have an emotion that has been triggered in you from a condition that was given, that you've been present within your environment, and this could be as a family, with colleagues at work, it could be many, many different things. This will also help you to bring this back into balance. It's like the ganses that we produced that have this wonderful effect of, in the matter state, of bringing, the consciousness and the ability of mankind to be balanced. Well, now we have this new technology that Mr. Keshe, an advancement of the technology that Mr. Keshe has brought forward, where we can actually communicate through headphones and bring the body back into balance in a condition that is like being in the mother's womb. So very beneficial for, I would imagine, many, many souls present in physicality on planet Earth. So please join us. So that would be my contribution at the moment for bringing this forward for all the people that I think need to be present in these moments. We know that humanity has gone through many, many different conditions. Each one of us, whether it's individually or as a community or a nation, have been subjected to, through our own thoughts and intentions, certain conditions that bring us, anxieties and different conditions. And this, as I've said many times, will bring the wellness back to your physicality and your emotion. So it would be wonderful if you can be present, and we welcome you with an open soul, an open heart, and open arms to be present with us. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, my dear Dean. Thank you so much. So much. Beautiful. Thank you. Yes, we, in these sessions of July, the beautiful moments, and you will be able to be you. And what you want, what is your desire, what you want as a collective. So I will also say, my dear beautiful souls, those who are capable of donating in kindness can donate and be very, very much appreciated. As those who want to join and they don't have this money, they can, you can help them to be in these sessions, and that will be very beautiful and kindness for all beings to have some donation to those who want to join, but they don't have money for now. And This is the beauty. We understand that helping each other, and this is an energy. If you have that ability, transform this energy into unconditional love in giving. So thank you, my dear beautiful souls, and welcome to the sessions of July, the beautiful sessions for totality. Thank you, my dear. Salam, namaste, salute. Can we now we can, if we can go to the next slide, my dear. Yes. Yes, we are here to serve, not to be served. In the July sessions, we have to remember this. As the ability, this is the ability we have, the most beautiful ability. Thank you. And salam, namaste, salute, my dear beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Suswagatam to the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy of Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. Be there, in there, follow, leap, jump, live in Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. So this is the beauty. This is an experience of my own. So again, I will say Suswagatam, and this is Shweta Anwar. You see Hindi language, and I will again say Salam, Namaste, salute, beautiful souls, for being present here, taking the responsibility of love. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Sweta, and all the members of the Universal Council for their presentation today. I hope it was enlightening and inspirational for everyone. This has been the 279th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace and Justice, here on Tuesday, June 20th, 2023. And let's see, their next public teaching workshop will be the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group, and that starts Wednesday, June 21st at 7 a.m. Central European Time. And folks are welcome to attend that workshop if you're either a newcomer or an old timer to the plasma technology. Either way, and we can accommodate, and we have topics of all sorts to interact with in that venue. Okay, I think we're ready to move into our final piece here, which is the Flight Enhancement Spaceship Unit.
What about some dance, my dear Rick? How about that interaction?
And as we know, that's Sweta.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. Be enjoy, beautiful souls. Thank you. Thank you. Clap, clap, and dance.
Thank you, Sweta. Okay, so thank you everyone for being here today, and we'll see you in the next public teaching workshop. Bye for now.